Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. And welcome to Turning Your Passion into Profit Morning Show. How's everybody doing today? I hope you're having a fantastic day, wherever you may be around the globe. You know, it certainly is a beautiful morning. It's a beautiful morning to get those things done, those things that you have been, holding back doing for whatever reason, y'all. Whatever reason that you may have procrastinated, not writing your book or creating that product or service, today is an excellent day to get those things done, or at least, start doing them. Start doing them because today we're going to be talking about the possibilities of taking action. A lot of times, we fail to take action for whatever reason. I know that there's a lot of things that, cause people to put the brakes on or hold back because sometimes people may feel inadequate about themselves or insecure about themselves or thinking that, they're not important, they're not significant, or they don't have anything of value. But today we're going to talk about some things. I'm going to talk about some things today that's truly going to, I hope, okay, this is what I'm hoping, that it's going to light a fire inside of you, that you could dream again, that you could begin to see value in yourself, that you could begin to see that what you have, somebody somewhere is waiting on it. I tell people this all the time. You are precious. You are a jewel. You have worth. You have value. I tell you this, audience, over and over again because I want you to realize that you have value, that you have worth. And what you have is so precious, but you have to give yourself an opportunity to express yourself, to show the world on the world stage. I like to talk about the world stage because I want you to see it in a way that you'll see that there's, no scarcity in the world, that there is nothing but abundance, and there's a place for you on the world stage. There's so much, y'all. I'm so excited. Excuse me. I'm so excited today because I woke up and I feel there's this excitement in the air. There's this, after, COVID and everything, the pandemic, everybody was kind of, closed in and everything. But you know what? Now is a perfect time, y'all, to just flourish. Flourish in your gifts, flourish in your talents, get out of yourself those treasures, those gems that you could present on the world stage. There's many, many possibilities when you're taking action. As long as you sit back and, wait and sit back and think, well, one day I'll get this done, or, it's not the right time, or, maybe it's not, important enough. Um, the longer you'll sit there, and the longer, you just sit there and waste time, waste precious time where you could be, collecting a monetary return from a product or service or, a book, you know, and you're just sitting there. How many times have I heard women say, and basically, mostly my audience is women. Okay, they're women, but I have men that follow me also. But basically, it's women, and I hear women say this all the time. You know, I'm too tired. I'm too tired, and I don't have enough money. Or, they say I'm too tired, or they'll say, I don't have enough money to get this done or to get that done, and, blase, blase, blase. When all the time you're sitting on gold mines, you're sitting on gold mines, and you're not realizing what you have. And You're allowing people to continue to drain you and pull things out of you. And where I'm going with that is, I want to, shake you up a little bit. How many times people call you and ask you for advice? Maybe there's something that you do better than anybody else, and they always coming to you. Something that you know, and they always calling you up, asking you, how do you do this? Or how can I do that? Or how can I avoid this? Or how can I get out of that? Think about that. And this is a great place for me to introduce myself. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Gertrude J. Chapman, and I teach you how to maximize your potential and stop leaving money on the table. And that, what I just told you, those statements right there, that, people often pull these things out of you without you even realizing it. This is allowing you to leave money on the table because you're not seeing your value. You're not seeing your worth. And you're not taking action on those things that you could take action on. What's the problem, y'all? Let me ask you that. Good morning, Regina. How you doing today? Nice to see you. Let me ask you that question. Why are you not taking action on moving the needle toward you accomplishing your goals? What is that thing that continue to hold you back? Is it insecurities? Is it fears? Is it any of those things? And we're going to talk about, the possibilities of taking action, because I love when I see my students. I love when I see my clients, when the light bulb goes on and they begin to take action. There was a young lady, maybe it was the middle of or the end of last year. The end of last year. Very, very talented. And I mentored her. She enrolled in one of my mentorship programs and everything. And the beauty, when the light bulb came on and she realized what everybody had been telling her, her business took off. I mean, a very talented person, very creative. People were, in awe when they looked at, her drawings, her paintings, her gift of, designing jewelry and other fashion. It was amazing. But as long as she couldn't see it, you see, that's why I tell you, you have to see it before you see it, or you'll never see it. As long as she couldn't see it, she remained in that stuck position. She was just moseying along. No hurry. I'll get to it when I get to it. And that might be some of you all out there saying the same thing. It's no hurry. I'll get to it when I get to it. And you're leaving money on the table because you're not seeing your talents. You're not seeing your treasures, your gems. You're not seeing those things that's inside of you. And I'm going to tell you, this young lady, her business has taken off. And it was, like I said, it was a beautiful thing when the light bulb comes on. And what I mean by the light bulb, when you could see your vision, where you could see what everybody else saw and you couldn't see. And there's a way to connect with that. Okay? Connect with that. There's a way. And that's something that I teach in my master classes. That's something that I teach each and every month, because I have master classes that take place to walk people through, connect them with themselves, connected with their gifts, connected with their talents, connected with their abilities, connected with being their authentic self. Because authenticity, let me tell you, it plays a big part. But you have to begin taking action, okay? And like I say, a lot of times why people don't take action, because they can't see. But once you see, once that light bulb comes on, you begin to walk forward in your journey along your design path to success. And so let's get into it today. The possibilities of taking action, expanding your potential, okay? Expanding what you see, or even expanding in order to be able to see what you can't see right now. It makes a big difference. So let me ask you this question. Are you waking up to greatness? How do you feel this morning? And when I ask you that question, be honest with yourself. How do I feel this morning? Am I excited? Am I, rejuvenated? Maybe you had fell in a position of, inactivity, of being inactive. But now, you're excited. You just want to go out there. You want to write that book. You want to, create that product. You want to build that service. How are you feeling today? There's no time, y'all, like the present. There is no time like the present. You can't, allow yourself to continue to push back, push your gifts, talents, and abilities back. Because the more you do that, the more you'll miss out. The more, you may think about, well, one day I'll have this and one day I'll have that. But you're sitting on the sidelines and you're not enjoying the journey, your design journey. And, that's another thing. Sometimes people don't enjoy the journey because they're on the wrong journey. They're not on their correct pathway to, their dream, that ultimate goal that they want to reach one day. And they're dreading it every day. They're dreading getting up and going to work, or, they're dreading even businesses that they have opened as an entrepreneur. So are you walking on your design pathway? Change is in the air. And you know what? Change is good. I remember a time, and I'm going to get into it. I remember a time where, I was on the wrong path until, the double layoffs, if you know my story, when the housing market went bust in 2006, how I was on my wrong path, walking down the wrong pathway on the wrong journey. And I did not enjoy it one bit. Not one bit. And those double layoffs was the best thing that could happen to me. You see, I didn't get it the first time. I thought I had to continue to climb that corporate ladder. And I was trying my best to continue down that path. But once I came to the end of myself, like many of you need to come to the end of yourself and see what you have to work with. What do you bring? What do you have to bring to the table? it made a big difference in my life. And from that day until this, I'm going to tell you, I'm enjoying my journey. And this is something that's possible for you too. So the possibilities of taking action, change your behavior. Change your behavior. Stop just sitting around, you say, well, let me see if I could, do this. Because somebody may have suggested to you that you're very talented this way. Why don't you, create this product or write this book or, expand this service? So instead of you doing that, what you're doing, you're spending time, gathering information, or you're reading about it, or you're just daydreaming. You have to put that into action. Okay? You have gathered enough information. You have read enough books. You have viewed many, many YouTube videos. And you got those things stockpiled. You could go to them. Okay? You could pull them up on your computer. You could pull them up on your mobile phone. You could do all of those things. But when are you going to actually take action on those things that you have now, come into the knowledge of? Because it does no good with you just collecting information and reading about it, or viewing those videos, or daydreaming about it. It's not moving the needle forward. It still has you in a place of indecision, a place of inactivity, a place of not maximizing your potential. So there is a place where you come to yourself and you say, well, look, I got to start taking action on some of these things that I have come into the knowledge of. And I got to make them work for me. I got to make them work for me. How many of you out there could be honest with yourself and say, you're a great procrastinator. You're just gathering information. You're reading books or watching these videos, and you haven't taken action. And you have stockpiled those things up, Take what you know and activate it. That's how you're going to move forward on your design path, your journey to success. It won't happen unless you take the necessary actions to be able to reach your ultimate goal. You have to take action. Find out. Here's another one that, a lot of times people get stuck in, because they're stuck in a certain place and they're not able to move forward. So you have to think about what may be holding you hostage. What is it that is not allowing you to move forward? Is it a lack of confidence? A lack of confidence in what you do? A lack of confidence in yourself? Do you not see yourself worthy enough? Do you not see your product, your service, your message good enough? Is there, fear? Is there anxiety? Is there, any apprehension? Whatever you want to call it. Is there any doubt? What is it that's holding you hostage that you cannot move forward into taking action in something that you said was your dream, something that you wanted to do? What is it that's holding you hostage? It's up to you, y'all, to change your behavior. You cannot fault anybody or anything for where you are. You could only look to yourself. You have to begin to take action. You have to begin to make it a reality. And there are some things that you could do to make these things work. First of all, you have to come to the end of yourself. You have to hold yourself accountable. You have to take responsibility. I'm telling you, change is in the air. And change is for the better. Because you don't want to be the same place next year as you are right now. And, even with that, y'all, you don't want to be the same place that you're today. At the end of the year as you are today. There's greatness inside of you. And like I said, somebody's waiting. Somebody's waiting for that message. Somebody's waiting for that product. Somebody's waiting for that service. And they're waiting for you with money in hand. So you have to change your behavior and begin to move the needle forward. Here's another one. Get past your feelings. You have to get past the way you feel. Sometimes you may get up in the morning and, you just don't feel like it, okay? That happens to all of us. We just don't feel like it. But once we get up and we get going, things begin to change. How many could say, yeah, I know what you're talking about? Because as you get up, as you rise, things begin to change. Get up. Don't stay there. It's a brand new day. You can't get time back. It's a gift just to wake up in the morning. It's a gift. To be able to, get past your feelings and be able to start writing that book or creating that product or, expanding that service. Get past your feelings. And a great way to do that is, begin to look at yourself in the mirror every morning and repeat affirmations, personal affirmations that's going to move you into action. Those personal affirmations, that's designed for you. Because great, you could take somebody else's affirmations, what they are saying, and repeat them. But what affirmations will move you into action? Remember, y'all, you have to stop comparing yourself to other people. You have to stop being that copycat, doing everything somebody else is doing, the way that they're doing things, the way that they're saying things. And bring it to a place of uniqueness. What will benefit me in order to reach my goals? See yourself this way. But get past those feelings, because when you zero in on yourself, okay? I know what you heard in the past by being prideful and selfish. That has nothing to do with it, okay? Each of us are uniquely made. We're not copycats. We're not like anybody else. And who knows us better than ourselves? You know where you need to go. You know that path, or maybe you don't know that path. But if you know that path, you know what you're called to do. You know your purpose. You can begin to frame your day. Frame your day. Just like when you go on a vacation. You just don't say, well, I'm just going to go somewhere. No. You plan it. You plan it. I'm not saying that there's not spontaneous things that people do, but do they do that all the time? I'm just going to get up and go somewhere? You have to plan. So begin with planning your mind. Begin, with plans. That's why a lot of times people can't see, because there's no plans. But you have to get past your feelings. Act toward making things happen. You make them happen. Nobody has the energy to move your vision like the visionary. Only you can make that happen. Only you. Wishing and visualization will not get it accomplished. You have to apply action toward it. Action. Action is a powerful word. Activate. Move. Put forth energy. And the more you want to accomplish, y'all, the bigger the action you need to take. You just can't sit back and say, well, it's just going to happen automatically. Nothing happens automatically. Somebody is working somewhere in order to activate whatever it is that needs to be activated. But for your vision, you have to activate it. You can't allow anybody else to activate something that they don't have the whole picture to, the entire picture. Okay? Remember, I talked on previous broadcasts, maybe about a month ago, about seeing the end from the beginning. Only you have that picture. That's why, you're able to understand it. That's why you're able to plan. That's why you're able to create strategies and different things of that nature, because you see it. You see it. But you have to, move toward it, y'all. You got to move toward it. You can't just allow it to be in your mind's eye and thinking, one day I'm going to get this done. One day I'm going to get that done. Or I'm going to have so-and-so do this. Well, people can help you in your vision, but you still have to be present. You have to be present. So get past your feelings. And, right on the heels of this is physical action counts, okay? Physical action counts. Not whether you can, okay? Not whether you can do something, but what you actually do. That's what counts, okay? Now I said, well, I could do this. I could do that. I'm an expert in this. I'm an expert in that. But actually doing it. Actually getting those things done. So physical action counts. And it plays a big part in taking action and making your vision possible. Making your vision possible. Let's go to the comments. Good morning, Lucky. How you doing today? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I decided to do something different with my hair today because it had gotten out of hand, if you know what I mean. It had gotten out of hand. My hair is so thick that it was a little bit too thick. So I had to, do something different with it. But thank you. I appreciate that. But physical action counts. So You just can't sit back, y'all, and wait for an opportunity. You have to get there and make it happen. Get there and make it happen. Don't wait for somebody to create an opportunity for you. You create your own opportunity. Okay? Create your own stage and showcase those gifts, those talents, those abilities that you have inside of you. Okay? Don't sit back and wait. Because let me tell you, time is waiting on no one. Time is waiting on no one. You have to get up and make it happen. So what if nobody ever calls you to be a part of their speech, a part of their conference, or a part of, whatever they have going on? Create it yourself. There's a lot inside of each and every one of us that we have yet to tap into. So don't sit there and waste your precious time waiting on other people to give you an opportunity. You know what you can do. So be about doing it. Be about it. Be about your journey. Be about reaching your ultimate goal. Be about it, y'all. Change is in the air. Change is in the air, and it's for the better. Because we're each moving from, depth to depth, from height to height. There's so much inside of us. There could be books that are written. There's so much inside of us, y'all. But we have to begin taking action and stop allowing things to just lie dormant. The more you walking, the more you taking action, the more you traveling down your road to success, the more you'll begin to see things, the clearer things will become. The more opportunities you will see. The more things will open up for you. Because you can't see them if you're just sitting back. But once you start, just like if you're traveling down a road, as long as you're sitting in one place, you can't see everything. But the minute you start traveling down that highway, now other things are opening up to you. You're beginning to see homes over here. You're beginning to see stores. You're beginning to see, whatever it is, the terrain of the land. You're beginning to see a lot that you couldn't see when you was just sitting in one place. So physical action counts, okay? Physical action counts. So start taking advantage of things that you can do and actually get those things done. Here's another one. Examine your beliefs, your values, and your thoughts. I'm going to ask you some questions. I want you to be honest with yourself. Okay? Be honest with yourself. This is between you and only you. Stop trying to pretend with yourself, okay? Be honest with yourself, because this is going to help you take action. You remember, I said earlier, come to the end of yourself. Stop pretending. Come to the end of yourself, because you're holding up, maximizing your potential. You have to get past these things, okay? And getting past these things, you have to be honest with yourself. Or say, well, this is not right about me. I see what's holding me back. Now, how can I fix this? How can I change this? What do I need to do in order to move that needle forward? What do I need to do to position myself in the correct place where opportunities and things will open up for me? But you have to be sick and tired of being in a place where you're dreading getting up in the morning, where you're dreading, you know, just anything, because you're not enjoying it. So the first question that you could ask yourself, what do I believe about myself? And be honest with yourself. What do I believe about myself? Because you have to believe in yourself before anybody else believes in you. You have to believe that you could do it. You have to believe that you could accomplish it. You have to believe that you are worth it. You have to believe that you're the best you that you could be. You have to believe it. You just be the best version of yourself. And if you're not the best version of yourself, you could be the best version of yourself. You could begin taking off, those clothes of pretense. Okay? That mindset of, inaccuracy. That mindset of doubt, of unbelief in who you are. You're not good enough. You're not talented enough. You could begin that, and that comes with those affirmations every morning. I believe in myself. I believe that I am, a game changer. I believe that my products and my services will make a difference in this world. I believe that I am more than enough. I believe that I have what it takes. And, you begin to speak those things out. Speak those things out and let yourself hear those things each and every day. Write them down. Okay, write them down. And even if it's not just the morning, maybe it's something that you repeat all throughout the day. That's okay. Maybe you record it into your phone or into a recording device, maybe your computer, whatever. Maybe you do a YouTube video, but this is something personal to yourself where you're able to play it over and over again, where you hear it, where you're hearing it. But what do you believe about yourself? And if there's anything negative there that is your mind's been talking to you, you've been, concentrating on that, you've been meditating on that, you could get rid of that. You could change that. But in order to change that, you have to have something in place that will, promote you to the positive end. Because if you try to change something that's negative and you don't have anything positive to replace it with, guess where you'll go back? You'll go back to that thing. There is a possibility of change, possibility of taking action. You can change. There's no such thing that, you'll always be this way. You'll always think this way. No, come to the end of yourself and say, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of, repeating this over and over. I'm sick and tired of not being able to see clearly. I'm sick and tired of trying to, accomplish something. Then, something is coming and it slams me back down. Where I feel unmotivated. Then I have to drag myself up. No, I'm sick and tired of it. So what do you believe about yourself? I believe that you are a fighter. I believe that you have what it takes to change the trajectory of your life. I believe that. Okay, I believe that. Here's another question. Do you understand and protect your values? Do you understand your value and do you protect your value? Do you allow people to just suck value out of you, to suck the life out of you, to suck your energy out of you, to encroach on, what's personal to you? Those that like to take advantage of you. I call these people bloodsuckers, okay? You have to understand and protect your value. Because if you don't, other people will come. There are people like that, okay? And, it's a good thing. Because remember, this is endurance, okay? It's training you, it's shaping you. And you use that as a tool, as an opportunity to sharpen you, to make you stronger, okay? But you have to understand what it is. So, do you understand that this is, something that's coming against you, and you could use this as a tool and at the same time protect your value? Stop just giving away your value. Stop giving away stuff. And what I mean by that, stop giving away, okay? People have to learn how to pay. Pay for your services. Pay for your books. Pay for your products, okay? I don't care. And friends are the ones that always want something from you. But if they go over to Macy's, if they go over to Dillard's, if they go over to JCPenney's, they have to pay. They may have friends working there, but they have to pay. Because otherwise, what? It's called stealing, right? So stop allowing people to steal from you by draining your energy, by, sifting out things out of you, by picking your brain. Because you'll even hear some people say that. Well, let me see if let me pick your brain for a minute. No, stop letting people pick your brain. Understand who you are and that you have value. Protect your value, y'all. Here's another question. Do you know that your thoughts produce action? Your thoughts produce action. That's why you have those good thoughts, those positive thoughts, those thoughts that's going to move you to action, that's going to correlate with what you are doing, that's going to be, positioning you to move down your pathway to success. Because otherwise, when you have those negative thoughts about yourself, you're going to go into hiding. You're going to go into, procrastination, because you have those bad thoughts about yourself. I'm not good enough. So instead of you writing your book, instead of you creating that product, you're just going to sit back. Dismiss those thoughts. Cast those thoughts down. If they're not moving you forward, if they're trying to, keep you behind and keep you in a place of where you're not moving forward, or you're just stuck, get rid of them. So, do you know that your thoughts produce actions? Do you know that? Because they do. They'll either move you forward or they'll hold you back. Let me see. Let me go to the comments. Yes, I'm sewing and networking all day today. Yes, I know what you mean. Yeah, I know I did that all day yesterday, Well, I taught yesterday all day. But, you always have to have something to do and moving forward in your walk. Everything in life has a cost, whether it be physical, emotional, or financially. That's true. That's true. And we have to, we have to move accordingly. And we don't want to, get caught up in those things that's going to cost us, how would we say this? I'm talking about the negative side now. Everything physically, emotionally, and financially that's going to cost us our time, by wasting our time, by being unproductive, or wasting our finances where it could have benefited us, but instead of being a benefit for us, it wasn't, so everything is a cost. And then you said thoughts or energy. Yes, they are. They are very powerful. Our thoughts are energy, just like, our words are energy. And we have to be careful because, when we think about things, I think that's going to be my next one, where we're going to talk about the thoughts. Because we concentrate on those things. I mean, the mind could run away. It could run away. Our time, our energy, our efforts need to be respected and appreciated. That's very true. That's very true. And, and there's sometimes, Lucky, where, people don't appreciate, they don't appreciate, they don't respect. And, they take. And, and that's something, audience, that you got to stop allowing people to just take from you and strip you of your energy, of your time, of your value. You got to learn to, know who you are. Okay. You have to learn that you have value, you have worth. Because if people go anywhere else, they have to pay for your products, your services, your message, whatever it is. Whether you have a book or whether you're out there speaking, they have to pay. Okay? There's some things that you bless people with, you give it to them free, but there's other things they have to pay for. And you have to teach people how to treat you. If you don't teach people how to treat you, they'll continue to treat you any kind of way. I'm not saying you have to be rude, but you have to be direct. You have to, be courageous and stand up for who you are. That's why you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that you're worth it. You have to believe that you have value. You have to believe that you are unique. You have to believe that you're that expert. And stop allowing people just to, treat you any kind of way. Teach people how to treat you. Okay. But it's going to start with you. It's going to start with you having those proper beliefs about who you are, your values. Okay. And stop allowing those random thoughts to run through your head, because you are somebody. Okay. You are somebody. You repeat those things, and they'll become thoughts in your mind. Those thoughts become action. And that's what you do. You have to be resolute. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. But, here's another one. What actions will move you into your design position? What actions will move you into your design position? Okay, you have to think about that. What actions will move me into my design position? Because there's some actions that you need to take in order to move you into that pathway, your unique design pathway that will cause you to maximize your potential, reaching your ultimate goal. Okay, you can't just sit back and just do nothing, but you have to take action. So that's another thing that you should ask yourself. Now, here's the last and final one. If you think it, you can have it. And that goes good or bad. How many things have you continued to think about and hash around in your mind, and those negative things came to pass in your life? Because you even got the visual of that, and you were seeing it all day, every day. So how about, and we talked about the possibilities of taking action, thinking about those things that are good, those things that have value, those things that have worked, those things that can move you toward your ultimate goal. If you could think it, you can have it. Okay? Thoughts become visuals. Visuals become meditations. Okay? The thoughts become visuals. The visuals become meditations. The meditations become speaking. You'll begin to speak what you have constantly sought. Okay? What you constantly see in your mind's eye, you can begin to repeat those things. You internally repeating them all day to yourself, all night to yourself, every day to yourself, and then they're going to start coming out of your mouth. Okay? When you think it, as you think in your heart, so are you. And you're going to believe this about yourself, okay? So why not do it the right way? And your speaking becomes action, okay? Now you're going to act out what you have spoken out, okay? What you have visualized, what you have meditated on, what you have thought about, and your actions. Why don't you, do it the right way? Have what you say. Have what you think. Have what you visualize. Have what you meditate on. Have what you speak. Have what you're taking action to do. Okay? You will have it. If you could think it, you can have it. Okay? the possibilities of taking action. First, you have to change your behavior. Next, you have to get past your feelings. Get past those feelings. Don't say I can't. Yes, you can. You could do all things. And you have to believe that, y'all, that you could do all things that you set your mind out to do. Don't allow negativity to shut you down. Sometimes you have to keep your mouth shut because you talk things to the wrong people. You say things to the wrong people. You know, sometimes you have to keep your mouth shut and just do it. You don't have to prove to anybody anything. Just do what you have purpose in your heart to do. But take action. Physical action counts. You can do it. Now let's be about it. Let's do something about it. When I'm saying let's, I'm talking about you doing something about it. Don't worry about somebody else helping you. You get the ball rolling. And if you need help doing, different things, because we all need help. We're not an island by ourselves, okay? It's all about networking and partnership. If somebody's out there trying to do a lot of things by themselves, I think I had this conversation over the weekend with somebody. That this person, they out there trying to do all this stuff by themselves. And I say, it ain't going to work, okay? If they can't network and collaborate with people and partnership, because that's what's in this season. That's what's in this season. You cannot be out there selfish, okay? You need somebody to carry the money because we're talking about maximizing your potential, okay? None of us can do it all by ourselves. We can't be the CEO all the way down to the secretary or whoever, the gatekeeper, whatever. We can't be the marketing director and the social media manager. We can't do it all ourselves. So it's all about, doing the right things and not being an island by yourself. I don't even know how I got on that subject. But anyway, that's something to know. But there's possibilities, y'all, in taking action. And these are the nuggets that, for today about this particular subject. And this is something that, everybody, need to examine themselves and see where they are. See if they're standing in their right position. And if not, just be truthful with yourself because you can change. I'll get back with you with that one because I have to look up. Send me some information about that. Send it to my, on Facebook because I think that's where you're seeing me on Facebook. And I have to get with my people in order to see because I can't answer those things right now. But let me see what you're talking about, okay? So if you could please send me a message or send me the information about that. Let me see what you're talking about, okay? I appreciate that. Thank you for, considering me. I really appreciate that. But, that's what I have for you all today. And I hope, and really, Lucky, I really appreciate that, but these are the possibilities of taking action. The possibilities of taking action. So I hope that what I have shared with you have moved the needle in your journey, whether it's writing that book or creating that product, that service, or even opening up your business, whatever that may be, or even if you open up that business to move you to the next level in your business. Because my desire for you is to have that confidence, to build your self-esteem where you could realize who you are, recognize who you are, your value, your worth, and stop allowing people to walk over, all over you and drain the energy out of you. Because I believe that you have value and you have worth, and you have to teach others how to treat you. So with that being said, thank you for taking that time out of your busy schedule to join me today on this segment of Turning Your Passion into Profit Morning Show. And I look forward to seeing you the next time. But remember this, this is your time. This is your season. This is your turning point. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have a great day.